So, I haven't talked to anybody else for the last little bit, but I thought I'd just chat to you about something I've been thinking about from the Bible. So, about last year sometime, I was house sitting for some friends who'd gone to Europe, and I've house sitted them a couple of times. The house is kind of a second home. And I was having a shower one night. Now, bear with me, this story doesn't get too weird. I was having a shower and I looked down, bear with me, and I saw a sign. It was like an A4 sheet of paper with a verse written on it, and it was laminated so that it didn't dissolve in the water. Anyway, after the shower, I got out and I went and looked up the whole verses, and it's Psalm 51. You should have a look at it. It says things like, so I've read these verses before, and they've helped before, but I think they're good because, like everyone, I suppose I've made mistakes, I've got regrets, I've done things and then felt bad about them and wished I hadn't done them. And it's kind of nice. I think C.S. Lewis said, we read to know that we're not alone. And reading these verses, I think I found someone to identify with in David, the psalmist, who's writing these. And I mean, don't get me wrong, I haven't slept with someone's wife and then had them killed to make up for it. That's the backstory in case... Anyway. But I've had to sit down and pray a prayer, I'm sorry God, please forgive me, help me not to do it again. And it's nice to see somebody else, even a couple thousand years ago, trying to live out their life for God, has felt the same way and cried out to God with the same prayer, except with a better vocabulary. Yeah, just to know somebody else has had the same frustrations all that time ago. Having said that, it's then tempting to use that as an excuse and say, oh well, everybody struggles with this sort of stuff. I'm not the only one who struggles with it, it's okay. And the next time I watch a dodgy video on YouTube or judge somebody way too severely or just do something wrong, it's easy for me to say, oh well, everybody does this stuff, it's okay. And I think that's wrong, and it's leaving out a huge part of the verses. It says, create in me a pure heart, O God, renew a steadfast spirit. So I think it's not enough just to realise that we all make mistakes and that we're not perfect. We also have to realise we have to ask God for help, and He will help. I realised two things after thinking about these verses lately. One is that we're not alone in making mistakes and doing stupid stuff and regretting it and feeling bad. And two is that we're not alone in having to deal with it. We need to go to God and ask for help. I'm not saying He'll step in and make everything better, but He'll be there. I guess that's my thoughts about that verse, all I have to say today. So have a think about it yourself. Hope it's been kind of interesting, and I will see you guys soon.